Yo, 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 what's going on, people? Salute, salute, salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another watch along. This time, we have the Seattle Storm taking on the Indiana Fever. This game is taking place on ABC in the next 9 minutes or so. Pac-Man, salute, salute. What's going on, my friend? Hope all is well. So we have the 4-seeded Storm with a 17-8 record taking on the 7th-seeded Fever with a 12-15 record. These teams have played 3 times already in the first half of the season. The Seattle Storm won all 3. They played on May 22nd. They won by 2, 85-83. They played on May 30th. The Storm won 103-88 in Indiana. And the last game was on June 27th. In Seattle, the Storm won 89-77. What's up, cuz? Salute, salute. Hope all is well. All right, so this is the second game of the restart of the WNBA season for both teams. The Storm lost a close one to the Atlanta Dream, 83-81. That took place on Friday, I believe, 8/16. That's 2 days ago. So yeah, Friday. Tina Charles got a buzzer beater against the Seattle Storm to give them the loss. And the Fever, they beat up on the Phoenix Mercury. Final score was 98-89. They were up by 20 plus at one point in that game. Phoenix coming off a back-to-back, but the Indiana Fever, after that long break, looked rejuvenated. Caitlin Clark looks rejuvenated. Had like 29 and 10 with like 5-6 rebounds. So she looks as good as advertised with this rest. So I'm looking forward to seeing her play. I didn't get to see that game on Friday live. I just saw the highlights, so I'm looking forward to seeing how she plays in this game against a team that's beaten her team 3 times. Let's get into the starting lineups. As always, starting lineups for the Seattle Storm. They have Skylar Diggins-Smith, Jewel Lloyd, Jordan Horston, Nneka Ogwumike, and Ezi Magbegor. So that's the starters for the Storm. Their bench, of course, Mercedes Russell, Sammy Whitcomb, Joyner Holmes, Nika Mule, and Victoria Vivians. They released Kiana Williams earlier today. She was on a hardship contract. She was released earlier today. So who knows? They may have some moves up their sleeve depending on their cap space. No one to report on the injury list for the Storm. For the Fever, they're going with Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Katie Lou Samuelson, Alyssa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston. Their bench, Lexi Hull, Christy Wallace, Victoria Saxton, Demiris Dantas, Erica Wheeler, and Grace Berger. Temi Fagbenle is still out for them. Temi is dealing with a thumb injury that's been holding her out. So that is that. All right. I'm actually I have the Connecticut Atlanta game up right now. Just trying to have some basketball watching here. The Dream are up 18-13 towards about 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's 2 other games. James, salute, salute. What's going on, my friend? There's 2 other games that will be taking place later at 6 o'clock. There is the Sparks, LA Sparks versus the Las Vegas Aces. Both teams coming off of losses on Friday. Not on Friday. The Aces lost yesterday. The Sparks. When did the Sparks play? Did the Sparks play Friday or yesterday? But they lost their last game. The Sparks did. Let me see. Sparks played on the 15th. Yeah, so that was Friday. That was Thursday to the New York Liberty when the Liberty beat them up. I do remember that now. And there's a game at 9 p.m. Chicago goes to Phoenix to take on the Mercury. The Mercury just lost to the Indiana Fever. They beat Chicago in Chicago on Thursday. So now they're facing off again. So we'll see how that game shakes out. That game is at 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, let me switch over to ABC. Let me see what they got going on over there. Let me see what's going on. It's supposed to be a 3:30 start, you know, with ABC. They be playing games. Right now they have something else. Oh, they have WNBA countdown on, so that's good. You and me salute. She said if they eat shrimp at halftime, they should bring enough. They eat shrimp at halftime. They should bring enough for everyone. Just say, let's see what the Indianapolis halftime entertainment is today. Unfortunately, this game isn't on League Pass, so they're not gonna show the halftime entertainment. They're gonna cut back to the ESPN studios, but I'll be intrigued to see what happens there. That's a good callback. Countdown to tip off according to the broadcast, 6 minutes and 25 seconds. So we're looking at about 3:33 Eastern start. Caitlin Clark, 223 total assists for the season. She's 3 away from the new rookie record. She'll pass that probably within the first quarter. That's no doubt getting broken. Yumi says, and the NBA should raise the basketball hoop 2 feet. Nah. Hey mom, what's going on? James says, I'm at the game, Indiana, visiting my cousin. Hopefully I get to meet you. Oh, dope. Enjoy the game, my friend. Enjoy the game. That should be a pretty good one. Indiana looking to avoid being swept by the Seattle Storm this season. They're going through all the star or the key players of the game. Jewel Lloyd, Aaliyah Boston. Jewel Lloyd averaging 29 points against the Indiana Fever on 57% shooting from the field. So that's something to keep an eye on. She likes to play against Indiana. So let's see if Indiana has schemed up some ways to slow her down. Excuse me. Alrighty. Thank you all for joining on this Friday. What are we? I don't even know what day we were on. A Sunday. This Sunday afternoon, it was raining all morning here in New York City. But the rain has subsided. The weather has gotten better. So hopefully the game is good as well. Just something for the rest of the week. There are no games tomorrow on the W schedule. On Tuesday, there's a few, but I'll be at that game. The Dallas Wings come to town to take on the Liberty, so I'll be at that game. So no watch along on Tuesday. We'll most likely be back on Wednesday for a watch along, and then on Thursday, I'm contemplating if I want to sell those tickets to that Thursday game because we play the Dallas Wings again on Thursday. So I don't know if I want to go to both games against the same team in the same week, 2 days apart. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. RC, my guy, salute. Let's see what your girl CC can do today. She started off against that Phoenix Mercury team pretty well. So we'll see if that continues against the Seattle Storm. Let's see. So, I know I wasn't on yesterday for the Liberty game, but Liberty beat up on the Aces, on your Aces, RC. Just have to make that known to the people that Liberty got the win against the Las Vegas Aces. Beat them by about 12. What was the score? 79-67. The Liberty, the first team to clinch a playoff spot, which means even if they lose all the rest of the games of the season, they will still be in the playoffs due to their beautiful record. RC said, my Aces type stranger. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with y'all, man, but listen, as long as we don't got to see y'all until when it really matters, I don't care. I don't want to see y'all end up dropping to like some weird seed where we got to play y'all in the second round or something. All right, they're kicking off the official broadcast now. So let's see what happens. Both teams, starting with their last 5 games, they both have won 3 of their last 5 games. RC says the whole bench can get your whole bench. I told you, Meg Gustafson, that Spain team magic ain't gonna translate back to the Aces, man. She's the focal point on that Spain team. I knew it wasn't going to translate. But both teams have won 3 of their last 5 games. In the standings, let's see if any movement can be made today. The Fever with a win today can inch a little bit closer to the Phoenix Mercury in the standings. If the Mercury end up losing today, the Fever still have a chance for that 6th seed if they lose to the Chicago Sky today. I don't think they will. I think they'll come back with a vengeance after losing to the Fever the other day. And they also beat up on Chicago on Thursday. Alrighty. They're talking on the broadcast now. It's Ryan Rucco, and I think it's Rebecca Lobo. They usually are the duo that they choose to do these calls, and it is. Right, I have the score of that Connecticut Atlanta game at the bottom of the screen so you guys can keep an eye on if you so choose. Looks like a pretty competitive game there so far. Let's see if Atlanta can make some noise in this second half of the season. It's a sprint to the finish now. About 14 games left for a lot of the teams. So a lot of position jockeying will be taking place. People trying to fight their way into that top 8. You got teams who probably trying to fight their way out the top 8. Teams in tank mode. So, and you got teams trying to clinch home court advantage in the first round. The top 4 teams clinch home court advantage in the first round. All right, they're focusing on Jewel Lloyd right now, averaging 20.2 points per game, 5th in the WNBA. She hasn't played particularly well. She's always been a volume shooter. The percentages haven't been super well. She's shooting 36% from the field this season. Nneka Ogwumike, the newly acquired this season, 17 points on 53% shooting. Diggin Smith averaging about 14 points and 6.5 assists. All right, they're announcing the starting. They're doing the starting lineups. They have them on the screen. I have them on my screen as well, and we're about to get this show on the road, people. Seattle Storm at Indiana Fever. Fight to avoid getting swept, I should say. Fight to avoid getting swept for the Indiana Fever. So it's Ezi Magbegor versus Aaliyah Boston on the jump ball. Ball is up. Tipped up. Ezi tips it and right to Jewel Lloyd, and the Storm start the game with possession here. Jewel Lloyd, handoff to Nneka Ogwumike. Foul line jump shot off the back rim. Rebound to Aaliyah Boston. Let's see what happens here. Caitlin Clark has the ball. Top of the key. Over to Aaliyah. Aaliyah Boston, handoff to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell had a great shooting game last game. She misses this one. Long rebound to Nneka. And Jewel Lloyd has the ball. Jewel Lloyd over to Ezi Magbegor at the 3-point line. Over to Skylar. Skylar goes left hand dribble into the paint. Hop step. Floater is short. Tips up, and Alyssa Smith with the rebound. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin on the attack. Gets off the screen. She lines up a deep 3. Caitlin front rims it. Rebound to Magbegor. Looked like she got away with a push off there, but she's running the break. Ezi on the fast break. She turns around on Boston, and she Boom. My bad, y'all. Thank you. I hope you guys can hear me now. Ball and play with Jewel Lloyd. Free throw jump shot is good. My bad, y'all. I accidentally hit the mute thing on this touchscreen. But we back. We back in play. I don't know how long I was muted for. But it was a... But Jewel Lloyd is on the board. She hits the foul line jump shot. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin for three. Rattles in and out. Goes over the backboard. And it goes out of bounds. All right. Ball back in play. Ball back in play with the Seattle Storm. Jewel tries to throw it to Skylar Diggins-Smith like she was 7 foot tall. It's a turnover to the Storm. Caitlin bounce pass to Kelsey Mitchell. And, Kelsey smokes the layup. But they get the rebound. Kelsey gets the ball back, dribbles out. Wow. Caitlin Clark, top of the key. Caitlin Clark drives by Jewel Lloyd, bounces off, and she scores. Tough move by Caitlin. And the Fever are on the board. It's 4-2. 4-2. Skylar Diggins-Smith quickly attacks. Hesitation dribble. Handoff to Horston. Horston push shot. Rattles around and it's good. So it's 6-2 Seattle. Caitlin gets it to Aaliyah Boston all the way at the half-court line. Aaliyah Boston, look at this. Hands it off to Kelsey Mitchell. Gets to her left hand, drives, throws it up, and gets fouled. So Kelsey Mitchell going to the line for 2 free throws. So one thing I have noticed from Caitlin Clark, looking at the highlights from last game, she has been accepting that contact, using her screen. That should have been a foul, but she didn't even complain this time. She just went up, scored the basket, and went about her way. Kelsey Mitchell hits the first free throw. Kelsey Mitchell at the line for the second. And she scores. So it's 6-4. 6-4. So we got a basket by Caitlin and 2 free throws by Kelsey Mitchell. Ezzie Magbegor over to Skylar Diggins. She pump fakes. Out to Nneka Ogwumike for 3. Oh, Nneka knocks down the 3. What's up, Miracle? Salute, of course. Of course. Thanks for tuning in as always. It's 9-4 Seattle. Kelsey Mitchell gets into the paint. Left hand dribble again. Scoops it up. Rolls off the rim. Rebound to Ogwumike. Ogwumike over to Diggins-Smith. She had 20-something points last game. Jewel Lloyd comes off the screen. Bounce pass to Ezzie on the roll. And what do they call? They call a travel on Magbegor. So turnover to Seattle. So they're showing the replay. Nneka Ogwumike knocks down that 3 over Aaliyah Boston. She can score from any place on the court. She doesn't primarily shoot a lot of threes, but she is capable. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball, looking for Caitlin. Caitlin set drop pass off to Aaliyah Boston. And they call a foul on Jewel Lloyd. That was a perfect pass by Caitlin over the top. Landed right in Boston's hands. Jewel Lloyd on the rotation swipes down and gets called for the foul. So Aaliyah Boston will go to the line for free throws now. For her first points. And it rolls off. Aaliyah Boston with the first missed free throw. Boston at the line for the second free throw. And she knocks down the second. So it's 9-5. 9-5. Aaliyah Boston averaging 14 points, 8 rebounds. A little over 8 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. Diggins-Smith over to Nneka. Nneka pump fakes at the 3. She picks up at the foul line. Back out top to Skylar. Skylar goes left-hand dribble into the paint. Drops it off to Nneka. Bad pass. It went behind her and it's a steal. The Fever have numbers if they want it. Kelsey Mitchell slows it down. They ran that fast break horribly. They don't get a shot. It's back out with Kelsey. She's dribbling on the 3-point line. Crossover out to Nalissa Smith. Down to Boston in the post. She wants it cleared out. Out to Caitlin. Oh, finds Nalissa. Oh, Nneka with good hands gets to steal. And the Fever on the run here. Jewel Lloyd with it. Guarded by Kelsey Mitchell. She posts her up. ISO. She goes up. And it's deflected, and it goes out off of Indiana. So great defense by Kelsey there. She was on the island with Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd tries to do a spin into her fadeaway jump shot. Kelsey Mitchell shuts that right on down. Ball in play here with Seattle. Skylar for 3. Oh, halfway down and out, and Alyssa with the rebound. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Nalissa, left side. Over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou dribbling top of the key. Caitlin coming off the screen. Caitlin with Mercedes Russell, who's subbed into the game. Caitlin down to Nalissa Smith, guarded by Jewel Lloyd. And they call an offensive foul on Nalissa Smith for trying to overpower Lloyd there. But it goes against Indiana. So we have a timeout here. Officials timeout. Score is 9-5. Seattle over Indiana. All right, let's see if we got our game leaders bug up. Nope, not working yet. Let's refresh it and see if it's working yet. Nope, not working yet. All right, so started off okay. Indiana, the offense is hard to come by. Very hard to come by. Out of their 5 points, only one has been an actual basket. Caitlin Clark scored a layup. The rest have been free throws. You got 2 free throws from Kelsey Mitchell, 1 out of 2 from Aaliyah Boston. For the Storm, you got pretty balanced offense so far. Jewel Lloyd has scored. Nneka Ogwumike has scored. Who else has scored? Ezzy Magbagor has scored. Only starter who hasn't scored is Skylar Diggins-Smith for the Storm. But she does have 2 assists. So you have 2 points from Jewel Lloyd, 2 points from Horston, 3 points from Ogwumike, 2 points from Ezzy Magbagor to get you your 9 points. You and Me says that's not good. They aren't concentrating. Yeah, it's been a slow start compared to that first game when they were running up and down on the Phoenix Mercury. But it's still early. They just have to settle down. The game isn't always won in the first quarter, as we saw. Of course, I got to bring it back to the Liberty. The Aces were bombing away from 3. It felt like they couldn't miss in that first quarter. But at the end of the first, they were only up by about 4 points. And then we see how that game ended. So if you could just weather the early storm here, use your defense to translate into offense, it'll work out better for you in the long run. Your offense will eventually come along when the shots start to fall. So we'll see what happens. For Indiana, as I mentioned, let's see any other stats here. Nothing else. No bench players have come in as of yet. For the Fever, we'll see after this official's timeout if they make any substitutions. But it's still early. Still early. All right, broadcast is coming back. Liberty's next game, You and Me, is on Tuesday. They play the Dallas Wings here in New York. I'll be at that game. So no watch along. I'll be at that game. So they play Dallas on Tuesday and on Thursday, both home games. So we'll see if we go to that Thursday game. See if mom probably wants to go. So we'll probably just keep those tickets. Ball in play with the Seattle Storm. Nneka Ogwumike over to Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd back to Nneka. Nneka foul line jump shot. Bounces around Nalissa with the rebound. Caitlin Clark crosses half court over to Nalissa. They're trying to get into a set here. Nalissa to Katie Lou. Katie Lou finds Kelsey Mitchell in the deep corner right in front of the Seattle bench. She pump fakes, pulls up for three, misses. Fight for the rebound between Nalissa and Nneka. Nneka wins that battle, and Nneka dribbles out, crosses half court over to Diggins Smith. Diggins Smith looking for Nneka. Nneka in the post against Boston. She's by herself. They have the offense spread. Nneka attacks Boston. She picks up her dribble, fall away jump shot off the front rim. Great defense by Boston there, and Clark has the rebound. Has the ball now off the rebound. Caitlin over to Aaliyah Boston. Over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell, ball gets deflected by Horston over to Aaliyah Boston. Oh, good cut by Kelsey, and she scores the layup. Good pass by Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell cuts right to the paint by Horston. Aaliyah Boston, beautiful bounce pass, leads to a layup. 9-7. Skylar Diggins-Smith playing with the ball at the foul line. Dribbles back out to the three. Over to Horston. Horston, not a prolific three-point shooter, off the rim. Rebound to Nalissa. Nalissa out to Caitlin. Caitlin bounced to Kelsey Mitchell. She had the wide open three. Decides not to take it. Over to Boston by the foul line. Boston attacks. Mercedes Russell goes up and scores. Tie game. Like I said, just weather the storm and your offense will come along. It's tied at 9 with a little less than 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Skylar Diggins-Smith. Oh, no look to Nneka. Nneka left hand layup is good. So good pick and roll play between Nneka and Skylar. Seattle retakes the lead, 11-9. Mitchell over to Boston. Boston corner to a wide open Katie Lou. She loads up for three and misses. Good close there by Jewel Lloyd. Made the shot a little bit tougher. Skylar Diggins-Smith on the attack. In the deep right corner. She comes back left into the paint. Shoots a fall away. Way short. Mercedes taps it and it goes out of bounds. Ball to Indiana. So it will be Indiana's ball here. Let's see if any substitutions have been made. Damiris Dantas has checked into the game for Nalissa Smith. Lexi Hull also into the game for Katie Lou. Lexi Hull down to Aaliyah Boston in the post against Magbegor, who's checked back in. She goes up. Ezzy Magbegor with the block. Ball gets dribbled out of bounds by Boston. Great defense by Ezzy Magbegor. Got the block. That's what she does. Aaliyah Boston outweighs her, but she uses her length to get up and get that block. Sammy Whitcomb is checked in for Seattle for Skylar Diggins-Smith. Mercedes Russell, floater in the paint, too hard. Rebound to Dantas. Kelsey Mitchell quickly attacks. Crossover on Horston, gets to the paint. Scoop, left hand layup is good. Kelsey Mitchell, like a road runner. Crossover, gets to her left hand, right to the basket. Ties the game back up, 11-11. Seattle's offense has sputtered here. Jewel Lloyd, mid-range jump shot, misses, tipped around. Caitlin with the rebound. Caitlin outlet to Lexi Hull. Layup is good. And Noelle Quinn of Seattle Storm calls a timeout. The book is there. Caitlin Clark always has her head up looking for those outlet passes. The Storm don't get back. Pass goes right over Horston's head to Lexi Hull. Wide open layup. So the Seattle Storm called a timeout. Their offense has come to a sputter here. They started off about 4 for 8. Now they're down to 1 for 9. So they need to regroup. They need to regroup. So they have a little graphic of Caitlin here. Leads the WNBA in assists per game at 8.3 assists per game. She's 1 assist away from tying the most assists by a rookie in a season since Tisha Penicheiro. She played for the Sacramento Monarchs, if I'm not mistaken. So we're in a timeout right now. They still have the game broadcast on. They're not in commercial, so it's just a short timeout here. Players coming back onto the floor. So we'll see what Seattle runs out of this timeout here. Jewel Lloyd over to Magbagor, over to Whitcomb. Whitcomb over to Jewel. Over to Mercedes at the foul line. Back to Whitcomb. Whitcomb dribbles to her left. Oh, reverse spin. She's left wide open as Lexi Hull falls. And she buries the three. So I guess that play worked. And Seattle retakes the lead here. Indiana is 0 for 5 from 3. Seattle's 2 for 4. I think that stat said. Lexi Hull with the ball. Lexi Hull down to Aaliyah Boston. Guarded by Ezzy Magbagor. She gets into the paint. Oh, Ezzy Magbagor gets a strip on it. And Jewel Lloyd is on the run here. Jewel Lloyd over to Horston. Oh, what was that? Horston just throws it over her head. And the Fever on the run. Caitlin Clark. Whoa. And it was a travel by Kelsey Mitchell. But it looked like she was in the air when she caught the ball. I don't know. That was a little weird play. The pass was a little behind her, and it may or may not have been a travel from what I saw. All right, so ball's back in play with Seattle. There was a little confusion there between the refs. 8 seconds to go on the clock. Jewel Lloyd pulls up for 3 in the corner. Oh, Jewel knocks down the 3. 5 seconds left. Caitlin on the run. Caitlin attacks, goes behind the back, pulls up for 3. Oh, misses, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first quarter, Seattle 17, Indiana 13. Apparently that's Indiana's season low points in the first quarter with 13. All right, so let's get ready for the second quarter. Game of runs so far. Game of runs. There we go. All right, our game leader's graphic should be operational. There it is. And we're good to go. Looking at this other game, it looks like Atlanta's up on Connecticut 36-32. 36-32. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that throughout this broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in on this Sunday afternoon here on the East Coast for some WNBA hoops. I'm glad the WNBA is back. The Olympics were cool and all, but I was missing watching my Liberty and the W play. 17-13 after the first quarter. Make sure you leave a like on the stream if you like this type of content. Excuse me, can't even talk. Subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. We also do some other informational videos as new information comes along. So we'll be, as soon as they release new information about the way the expansion draft is going to work for the Golden State Valkyries team that is joining the WNBA next season, I'll release a video on that. We'll cover the expansion draft. We'll cover the draft lottery. So we'll do it all here on the channel. If you're new here, as you can see, I'm primarily a New York Liberty fan. You can see all the Liberty stuff all around, jacket, flag, hats, all that. So whenever the Liberty are playing on the road during the week, I will be doing watch-alongs primarily for them. Whenever the Liberty aren't playing, then we'll be doing some of the other teams in the W. All right, we're still in commercial here. We are still in commercial at the moment. Let me look at this Connecticut-Atlanta score. See who's putting in work for them. Let me see if I'll put something up right quick. It looks like my computer over here freezing. Apologies about that. Computer over here freezing. Let me close some of these tabs I have open. Hopefully that will alleviate a lot of that. But we are still in commercial. We are still in commercial here as we wait for the start of the second quarter. All right, so it looks like we have some substitutions happening here. Victoria Vivians is on the court now for the Seattle Storm. Skylar Diggins-Smith checks in for Jewel Lloyd. Nalissa Smith comes in for Aaliyah Boston. So those are the subs that I've seen so far. Close that down. Right, broadcast is about to resume. Noelle Quinn, 4th season as a Seattle head coach. She has a 66 and 62 overall record, which is pretty good. She's above 500. Above 500. Demiris Dantas over to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull, guarded by Vivians. Nalissa Smith loses the ball, recovers it. She's looking for somebody wide open, throws up the one-handed shot. Rebound to Diggins-Smith. So good defense by the Storm to start the second quarter. Diggins-Smith brings it up the court. Right side of the floor, looking for a screen here. Gets the screen. Another screen. So she has Lexi L on her. Gets to Vivians. Vivians pump fakes. Out to Sammy Whitcomb, right side of the floor. I can't see the shot clock. They don't have it on the broadcast. Ezzie Magbegor turns, shoots, gets fouled. So Ezzie Magbegor gets fouled as she was shooting a spinning jump shot. She'll go to the line for free throws. So let's see what Ezzie Magbegor can do here. Oh, and Ezzie misses the first free throw. Oh, my clock did not start. My apologies, guys. It's 9:13 to go here. I don't know why the clock didn't kick off. And she buries the second. 18-13. 18-13. Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell, left side of the floor, guarded by Diggins-Smith. Gets it to Caitlin. So it's Caitlin, Mitchell, Dantas, Nalissa Smith, and Lexi Hull. Caitlin Clark, step back jump shot, front rims. Everything is short. Oh, Nalissa Smith gets fouled on the offensive rebound and shot. She'll go to the line for free throws. So the shots are a little short for Caitlin this afternoon. Let's hope she can pick it up. Nalissa Smith going to the free throw line for the first. She had a weird rotation on the ball. It drops. Substitutions being made. That looks like who was that? I don't know who went. They just zoomed in on Jewel Lloyd. It looked like Horston went to the bench. Caitlin Clark goes to the bench to get a breather as well. Nalissa Smith, second one off the back rim. Rebound, saved by Sammy Whitcomb. So it was Whitcomb, Agumake, Magbegor, Vivians, and, Diggins-Smith. Nneka with the ball, top of the key by the three-point line. Handoff to Skylar Diggins-Smith. She wants a screen. She goes right, comes back left. Foul line, out to Sammy Whitcomb for another three. Hey, Sammy knocks down the three. That's 2 threes from Sammy Whitcomb. She's up to 6 points. 7-point game here. Crowd a little quiet here in Indiana. Lexi Hull over to Dantas. Dantas spins, fakes the pass, goes up for the layup. Oh, it goes halfway down. She gets her own rebound. One-legged fall away, banks it in. Demiris Dantas. And it's 21-16. You and me says CC is having some trouble. Slow, hasn't made a shot yet. Yeah, she made one layup. But other than that, everything's been short. Sammy Whitcomb over to Diggins-Smith. Diggins-Smith guarded by Erica Wheeler, who's checked in. Diggins-Smith gets the screen. Diggins-Smith crossover on Lexi Hull, gets into the paint, and they call a travel on Diggins-Smith. So turnover by the Storm. That's what Sammy Whitcomb does. They were showing the replay. She is a shooter. That's what she's on the floor to do. Catch and shoot. Quick release. Played with the Australian national team during the Olympics. They got the bronze medal. Erica Wheeler with the ball. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell. Crossover. Gets into the paint. Gets under the basket. Corner to Erica Wheeler. Top to Boston. Left side to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull on the drive. Goes up. Under. Ball tipped around. Vivians recovers it for the Storm. Vivian's handoff to Nneka Ogwumike. Looks at Dantas. Double crossover. Over to Magbagor. Magbagor. Ooh, dangerous pass. Somehow gets to Skylar Diggins-Smith. And she misses. Boston with the rebound. Over to Wheeler. Wheeler gets the ball knocked off of her by Skylar Diggins-Smith. And it goes out of bounds off the Fever. Back to Seattle. Turnovers so far. Both teams have 5 turnovers apiece so far. That has to get addressed. Ball in play with the Storm. Nneka, top of the key, looking for somebody. Jewel Lloyd's back in the game. Jewel Lloyd shoots a 3. Now she tried to draw a foul. Didn't get called. And Erica Wheeler with the rebound. Wheeler, right-hand dribble. Over to Boston at the 3-point line. Over to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull down to Dantas. Dantas against Ogwumike. Ball gets stripped. And Nneka gets to strip on Dantas. Seattle on the run here. Skylar Diggins-Smith gets into the paint. Takes the shot. Oh, they don't call a foul. Ezzy gets the rebound. Ezzy out to Nneka. Ogwumike looking for somebody to get the ball to. She's dribbling around the 3-point line. Over to Diggins-Smith. Diggins-Smith gets off the screen. No look to Ezzy. Ezzy reverse layup. And it goes in at the shot clock buzzer. Diggins-Smith dishing and swishing. She's up to 5 assists. I should have took that over 6.5. It was plus money. I should have took that. Tudo, what's going on, bro? Kelsey Mitchell wide open for 3. Oh, that rainbow is beautiful. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down the 3, and Caitlin Clark's at the scorer's table waiting to check in next dead ball. Jewel Lloyd over to Nneka. Nneka just holding it. Over to Jewel. Jewel Lloyd comes off the screen going left. Gets tripped up by Erica Wheeler. Man, that was... Man, I knew I should have taken that. Oh, they showing all this what you call it, all of this they have the Caitlin and Nneka mic'd up. So it was a lot of cringe stuff in there. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, you're amazing. Oh no, you're amazing. I'm sorry. But it was a little cringy. You and me says this is hard to watch. Yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle right now. The offenses are not as smooth as they can be. But we're at a commercial right now. That was so funny. She was like, you're going to do great today because I think you're amazing and you are amazing. That was Caitlin to Aaliyah Boston. I know, I get it as like words of affirmation and stuff, but it was pretty funny. All right, so sorry guys. They went to a commercial so randomly. I don't know why. It was a timeout by the Fever. It was only 60 seconds, but we've been in commercial for longer than 60 seconds. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that game between Connecticut. Tudo says every time Connecticut cuts it to 3, Atlanta goes on a run to go up 6-9. Oh, that's what it is, you and me? It's a eating challenge? Oh boy. Watching on ABC. We over here watching commercials. I don't know if I would rather watch commercials or the eating challenge. I guess that's what else is there to do in Indianapolis but entertain the people by eating. I guess. I don't know what's going on over there. I do not know what is up over there. That is hilarious. That's probably why they in commercial. They got to make sure they get the eating challenge off. Oh my goodness. Got to give the people what they want. Tudo salute. Or J over ABC, J over CBS, J over League Pass, J over Prime. What else they got out there? Am I on the wrong channel? What is happening right now? Like, we're just like in an abundance of commercials here. Is everything alright? There we go. Jeez, I thought I had switched the channel by accident. Okay, NECA, I see you, girl. She got a Skylar Diggins Smurf t-shirt on. Skylar Diggins came in with the "Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego" jacket on. Well, it was blue though. It was blue. That is hilarious. If you know, you know about Carmen Sandiego. That's a callback from the past, from the younger years. So ball back at play finally with the Seattle Storm. Skylar Diggins Smith with the ball out to Jewel. Jewel on the drive, one arm floater, bounces off the rim, and Boston with the rebound. Out to Caitlin. Let's see what the Fever can do here. It's 23-19. Finds as he comes over, Caitlin finds Dantas, but as he comes over with the block. Damaris, they're playing 4-on-5 here. NECA for the corner three. NECA Agumake. Defense to offense there as he gets the block on one end. Agumake wide open three on the other. That's her second three of the game. 25-19. Wait, unless they're saying that's a 2, excuse me. They have 25-19 on the broadcast, so I'll take a point away. Caitlin bounce pass to Boston. They're not on the same page. It's a turnover. Agumake out to Skylar on the run. Skylar attacks, left hand layup. Bang. Goes halfway down and out. And the Fever have the ball back. Caitlin pass to Lexi Hull running the floor. Left hand layup is good. Caitlin Clark has just tied the record for most assists in a season by a rookie. The next one, she owns the record. NECA for another three. And it's off. Rebound to Boston. 225 assists this season so far. Caitlin with the ball. She pulls for three. Like I said, everything has been front rim for her. Front rim. It's crazy. Yeah, Tudo, that last game for the Storm lost on Tina Charles with the game winner. Agumake attacks Boston, gets to the foul line, and what do they call there? They call a foul on, I think that was Boston. So Agumake going to the line. It was the foul was charged to Aaliyah Boston. Ezzy Magbegor after that block. She has 3 blocks today. She second in the WNBA in blocks, probably behind Asia Wilson. She's averaging 2.3 blocks a game. Dantas goes out. Katie Lou comes in. So the lineup is Clark, Boston, Mitchell, Samuelson, and Hull. For the Storm, it's Lloyd, Magbegor, Horston, Agumake, and Whitcomb. And NECA knocks down both free throws, excuse me. And ball is back in play with the Fever. 27-21 here. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey over to Katie Lou, finds Caitlin. She doesn't take the shot. She goes right by Horston, fumbles and they call a foul on Horston on the reach-in. It looked like she fumbled the ball, but I guess the foul calls the fumble. Caitlin will go to the line for free throws. They're showing Ezzy Magbegor's stats from the bronze medal game. She's from Australia as well. She represents Team Australia, who won the bronze medal. In that bronze medal game, she had 30 points, only missed 5 shots, 12 for 17. Most highest efficiency score game in Olympic history. Caitlin hits both free throws, guys. My bad. It's 27-23. Seattle with the ball. Ezzy, oh, finds cutting Lloyd. Lloyd goes up. Right-hand layup is good. Tudor says, Indiana, like most WNBA teams, problem is turnovers. Yeah, they're up to 7, if the stats here are correct, according to The Athletic. Lexi Hull pulls up for 3, and Lexi Hull knocks down to 3. Why? Thank you, my friend. I don't know why this on the 4th quarter. Second, there we go. Thanks, Tudo. Ball and play with Neko Gumake is 29-26. 29-26. Everything is just going haywire right now. Was that Clark? And Clark gets the layup. Clark gets the layup. As I'm fixing it, she scores 29-28. That's the correct score. Thank you, guys. Timeout, Seattle. Timeout, Seattle. Everything going crazy right now. Caitlin Clark up to 6 points on 2 of 7 shooting, 2 assists. But she gets the ball, goes coast to coast. Nobody stops the ball. She blows right by everybody. Gets a easy right-hand layup. 29-28. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go. It's a game of run so far. The offenses have been not the greatest. But it's making for a pretty entertaining game so far. 29-28, 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Turnover battle, 7 for the Fever, 5 for the Storm. The 3-point battle, 4 for 10 for Seattle, 2 for 9 for the Fever. Both teams shooting in the mid to high 30% from the field. Indiana is winning the rebound battle, 21-17. And the points in the paint battle, 16-10. Pretty interesting so far. I don't know what to make of this game. I do not know what to make of it. All right, we're in a commercial right now after that timeout by the Storm. They're showing this State Farm commercial with Asia Wilson, Sabrina, Sue Bird, Chinea Gumake, or like, your car's too small. But with 2.5 to go in the second quarter, as always at halftime, stick around. We'll go over the stats, the individual stats for everybody, excuse me, and the team stats. And we'll probably just take a peek at the other game that's going on, the Connecticut versus Atlanta. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. Anytime I try to go to another tab on the computer, it starts freezing everything up. Thanks for everybody who's tuned in for the watch along. Appreciate you guys hanging around. Let's see what it's looking like here. Okay, it's a 2-point game right now. 2-point game. Who's doing the scoring? Tina Charles with 11 points, 6 rebounds to lead the Dream. It's been pretty balanced scoring here for the Sun. Nobody in double figures. Mabry has 8. Okay, broadcast is finally coming back, y'all. Broadcast finally coming back. Is this actual live action? Or is this still... Oh, this is... I don't know if this is live or this is... Oh, no, that was just the mic'd up portion. I was so confused. If you're watching the broadcast, you know what I was talking about. Seattle shooting 29% from the field from 3 this season? That's terrible. That is awful. But it's Seattle's ball. Sammy Whitcomb inbounds to Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd with the ball, top of the key. Comes off the screen from Ezzy Magbagor. Drops it down to Ezzy Magbagor. Ezzy spins on Aaliyah Boston, goes up, and misses. Rebound to the Fever. Lexi Hull with the ball. Lexi Hull pushing the ball up the court. Hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell Over to Boston. Over to Clark. Clark going to her left hand. You know she likes to shoot from there. Oh, double crossover on Sammy Whitcomb. Oh, she is short. She can't buy a three if you gave her the money for it, people. You could have gave her the money and she still couldn't buy it. She is short. 0 for 5 from 3. Nneka with the ball. Out to Horston. Horston for 3. Off the back rim. Rebound to Caitlin. Surprisingly, this game is still close and she's been breaking up a storm from out there. Caitlin Clark goes behind the back. Mid-range jump shot. Oh, she gets in a little closer, and it's right on line. Caitlin knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Indiana takes the lead, 30-29. Jewel Lloyd over to Nneka. Nneka for 3. Oh, Nneka, that's 3 threes for Nneka Ogwumike. 32-30. Nneka with 12. Caitlin Clark trying to go by Horston. Cross-court pass to Samuelson over to Hull. Hull for 3. Top of the key. And it's going back and forth here. Indiana retakes the lead, 33-32. Lloyd comes off the screen, gets into the paint. And they don't call a foul there. Indiana on the run. Kelsey Mitchell outruns everybody. She loses the ball and somehow goes over her head and throws it in. Kelsey Mitchell runs past everybody down the floor and gets a acrobatic layup. Indiana on a 12-3 run in the last 2.5. Nneka looking for somebody, and they call a foul there on Caitlin going over Jewel's back. Away from the ball. First foul on Caitlin. Yeah. Kelsey Mitchell basically lost the ball. It bounces off her face. Somehow catches it in midair and just throws it over her head. And it goes in. But it's Seattle ball here. They inbound to Jewel. Jewel over to Magbagor. Magbagor to Diggins Smith. Down to Nneka. Nneka faces up on Aaliyah Boston. Gets into the paint. And gets bumped, but they don't call it. Rebound to Boston. Caitlin Clark on the run. Clark, cross court to Lexi Hull. Can she hit another one from that same spot? Short. Rebound to Katie Lou. Out to Caitlin. Caitlin calls for a screen. Caitlin splits the double team. Into the paint. Floater is up. And rebound to Diggins Smith. 17 seconds to go here. Smith crosses half court. Diggins Smith, that is. 10 seconds. 9. 8. Diggins Smith wants the screen. Goes to the screen. Going to her right. Gets back to her left. Probing into the paint. Goes up. Left hand layup. Diggins Smith. Beautiful move. And she gets it back within 1. 2 seconds to go. Aaliyah Boston catches it. Dribbles. Shoots. And Nneka Ogwumike with the block at the buzzer from half court. And that's how the first half ends. Fever go on a nice run to end that quarter. They go into halftime with the lead, 35-34. So very entertaining last 2 minutes there. Very entertaining last 2 minutes. As always, guys, let's take a look at the box scores here. Let's take a look at the box scores. Let me get this ready. There we go. I got off of ESPN. They had too many ads. It was thrown off the computer when I was trying to show the box score. So we're on the Athletics website, on the Athletic. I hope you guys can still see that. All right, so we'll start off with the Seattle Storm, 35-34. Just for reference, Seattle scored 17 points both in the first and second quarters for their 34 points. The Fever scored 13 in the first and scored 22 in the second to give them the lead here. Player stats for Seattle. Diggins Smith, 14 points, 14 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. She does have 2 turnovers and a steal. 1 for 8 from the field. Jewel Lloyd, 17 minutes, 7 points. 1 rebound, 2 assists. Jordan Horston with 2 points. Nneka Ogwumike with 12 points to lead the Seattle Storm in scoring with 3 rebounds. And Ezzie Magbagor with 5 points and 4 rebounds. For Sammy Whitcomb, she has 8 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 2 from 3. Mercedes Russell with none. And Vivian's with none either. For Indiana, Caitlin Clark, not having a good shooting night so far. 16 minutes. Does have 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. 0 for 5 from 3, 3 for 10 from the field. Does have 3 turnovers, but her team does have the lead. Kelsey Mitchell up to 11 points on 1 of 3 shooting from 3. Katie Lou with none. Nalissa Smith with 1 point and 5 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with 3 points and 8 rebounds. James said it's a total sellout here. Not surprising. Not surprising. Lexi Hull off the bench, second leading scorer on the team with 10 points. She's been getting out on the break, getting those passes from Caitlin. Got about 4 points easily off of that. Did hit 2 threes as well. Dantas with 2 points. Wheeler came in for 5 minutes, no points. So the players who haven't come in yet, who's that? Christy Wallace, Grace Berger. So far, what was that? 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Let's take a look at the team stats. See if this thing will load up for me. There we go. So on that right side of the screen, you can see the team stats. Fever shooting 39.4% from the field, 37% for the Storm. In the 3-point percentage, Storm are shooting 41.7%. The Fever 23%. That's not going to get it done. Free throws, Storm are 3 for 4. Fever are 6 for 8. Rebounding battle, the Fever are winning that 26-19. Assist battle, the Storm are winning that 8-6. Steals battle is tied at 4. The Storm are winning the blocks battle 4-1. Storm have less turnovers than the Fever, 6-7. The Fever are winning the points in the paint battle 18-12, and they're winning the fast break points 6-0. Second chance point, Fever are winning 5-2. Points off turnover, Seattle is winning that though 7-5. The largest lead of the game, 7 by the Storm, and it's been 3 by the Storm. By the Fever, excuse me. 4 personal fouls by the Storm, 5 by the Fever. No flagrants and technicals called so far. Scroll down to the top performers. 12 for Agumake, 11 for Mitchell in points. 4 rebounds for Magbagor, 8 for Boston in rebounds. Diggins Smith with 5 assists. Clark with 2 in terms of assists. And that's the box score and team stats for this Seattle Indiana game. Let's take a look at this Connecticut Atlanta game. That's the other game that's going on at the moment. See if it'll load. There we go. So Connecticut Sun, this is their second game since the restart happened. Their second game with Marina Mabry. She got to start again in this game. They put Ty Harris on the bench. But let's take a look at what's going on here. So the Dream are up 44-42. Look at the turnover battle. Oh, Connecticut has 12 turnovers, 7 for the Dream, so that explains why the Dream are up here. They're winning that battle. Let's take a look at the stats. There we go. So for Mabry, in her second game with the Sun, she has 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 11 shooting, 1 for 7 from 3. So she's getting them up there, just not knocking them down. Carrington, she missed the first game back. This is her second game back. Carrington with 2 points. Bonner with 7 points and 6 rebounds. Alyssa Thomas with 5 points and 8 rebounds, 6 assists. So she's on triple-double watch if she can get the points and assists going. Bree Jones with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Ty Harris off the bench with 7. Veronica Burton with 3. And for the Dream, Canada with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Okay, so 5 steals. That's good. That's what she thrives on, defense. Alicia Gray with 4. I knew she would have a subpar game, but it's still time. Ryan Howard with 10. Naz Helma with 7. Tina Charles with 13 and 7. And their bench, 3, 3, and 2 from Haley Jones, Coffee, and Lorella Kubai. All right. As I mentioned, there's 2 more games taking place today, 6 p.m. Eastern. We have LA at LV, so LA Sparks versus the Las Vegas Aces. Both teams coming off losses. That game is on NBA TV. Remember, blackout restrictions still do apply if you're in the LA or Las Vegas area. If you're in any of those areas, you'll have to watch it on the local broadcaster, not on NBA TV or WNBA League Pass. So these are the team leaders for both teams. Sparks are 6-20. They're in full-on tank mode. Well, it's not even like they're trying to tank. They're actually trying to win, and it's just not working out. The Aces, a little lower than they have been in past years in terms of standings, but they still have enough games to try and make something out of it. It's always a matchup when De'Arica Hamby goes against the Aces. As you guys probably already know, Hamby has sued the Aces and the WNBA due to discrimination. And she has been killing the Aces every time she plays them ever since. All games this season, she's been putting up crazy numbers against them. It has resulted in wins as well. I think they've probably won 2 out of the 3 matchups so far, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they won 2 out of 3 matchups against the Aces this season, with Hamby leading the way. They did pick up Odyssey Sims, the Sparks did, on a hardship contract. So Odyssey Sims, she was with the Dallas Wings on a hardship contract. She had to be released due to the Dallas Wings getting back all their injured players. So her and Mo Billings were dropped, were released, I should say. Mo Billings just signed with the Phoenix Mercury on a hardship, and Odyssey Sims signs with the Sparks on a hardship contract. So let's see if she can continue that production she had before the All-Star break, because she was almost a double-double person on any given night for the Dallas Wings during that time. And the last game of the night, we have Chicago at Phoenix. That was one of the first games back from the WNBA restart. The Mercury beat up on the Sky in that game. Beat them by probably around 20 or so. They were missing Kennedy Carter, so that took away a bulk of their scoring. But Kalia Copper, that was her first game back in Chicago as an opposing player, and she went off for 30 against them. I think it was 29, but pretty much 30. Tudo says this Sun vs. Dream game is good so far. I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. Let me get my stuff ready for the third quarter, so once they come back, I'm not rushing to get everything situated. But thank you guys all for sticking around for this halftime update, sponsored by. Nah, there ain't no sponsors on the ain't no sponsors, but this halftime update. Let's get back to the stats for our current game. I am gonna switch over to this game, though. I do want to keep an eye on it. Can I Oh, I can multicast. That's dope. I'm on the ESPN app. I can have both games on at the same time. That is dope. I might do this, but I think the stream is probably a little bit behind YouTube TV, but we'll see how it pans out. So I'll scroll down so you guys can take a look at the team stats and things of that nature. Dang. I might go picture in picture. Man, the ESPN app really upgraded itself. Salute to them. Salute to them. Alright, looks like the broadcast is... Oh, no. Still at halftime, guys. Too good to be true. Too good to be true, guys. Too good to be true. Let's exit multicast here. I don't know why it's not loading. There we go. Got it. So I'm able to keep an eye on this Connecticut Sun Atlanta Dream game. Let's see if any standings are affected by this game. If the Sun win, they move to 20-6. If they lose, Minnesota creeps a little closer to that 70 because the Sun will be 19-7. The Lynx will be 19-8. So Connecticut probably would want to win this game to secure that or to do a better job of securing that second seed. Alyssa Thomas just missed a free throw here. Alyssa Thomas rattles in the second. Don't worry, guys. This is still a Storm Fever broadcast. We're just trying to keep ourselves up to date on the rest of the WNBA that's going on right now. So I'll just put up the score so you guys can keep an eye on it. Once it's over, once we come back on broadcast, then we'll come back to the Sun Fever game. Jordan Canada knocks down the 3. That's dope. Yeah, so Atlanta is the home team, so they're playing with a rejuvenated squad here. Ryan Howard, she was injured before the All-Star break. She was trying to work her way back, didn't look right. Was able to play in 3-on-3 during the Olympics. And Bree Jones traveled there. Yep. Pretty interesting game here. Let's see if Atlanta wins. This one could be big for Atlanta. They're looking to sneak into that 8th seed against Chicago. So if Atlanta wins this game, they'll move to 9-17. And they'll creep a little bit closer to Chicago. So if Chicago loses tonight, they could be in danger of falling out of that 8th seed. It could get a little sticky. A sticky situation here for Chicago. They gotta adjust some things here. They got a nice win against the Sparks, but they have to figure some things out. Tudo says 14 turnovers. Yeah, I see. See, this halftime feels a little bit long. Halftime does feel a little bit long. Oh, dang. Canada just pulling. Okay, Jordan. Canada just pulling. I see it. Let me see how far behind this is. Yeah, so the stream is about 30 seconds behind the play-by-play. Let's see. Are we coming back to the broadcast finally? Nope. Still more commercials, y'all. Still more commercials. Alyssa Thomas in the post. Alyssa Thomas loves that little push shot from the post. They fighting though. The Connecticut they're fighting. It's gonna take some growing pains here. Start with the different starting lineups. Mabry likes to have the ball in her hand. When her shot's not falling, it affects you because Connecticut was one of the worst teams with 3-point shooting. But if Tina Charles is over here shooting threes, you're gonna be in for a long night. Thank you guys who are still here. We'll get back to the other game as soon as they finally come back to the broadcast. And here they are. Finally, they finally come back. So let me get back to YouTube TV. All right, so let's get back to the matter at hand. Let's get everything set up. Let's reset this. Ball in play with the Indiana Fever to start the third quarter, people, and we are finally back. Thanks for hanging around for that halftime. It feels like it drags a bit. Katie Lou with the ball, right side of the floor. Katie Lou on the drive, gets into the paint, tries to go up and under. Jewel Lloyd on her. She shoots a one-leg fall away. Ball gets swiped out, gets it back to Katie Lou. Now Alyssa Smith on the drive. Oh, she traveled. She definitely traveled, but they don't call it. And she gets fouled on the shot though. Tudor says, I feel like at the moment Connecticut getting in their own way. Probably it's a little bit of an adjustment for them. Before everything ran through Alyssa, now you got Mabry on the floor. And Alyssa Smith misses the first free throw. And misses. She misses both free throws. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. So Ryan Rucco was just explaining, oh, Skylar Diggins-Smith wide open for three, misses. Rebound, and they call an offensive a foul on Aaliyah Boston on Neko Ogumake going for that rebound. James says, here's a question. If Rebecca Lobo's knees weren't messed up, do you think that she has another run? Yeah, I think because Rebecca was nice before the injuries. I think she would be even she would have been even more effective without the injuries. Of course, I mean that's easy to say. Jewel Lloyd goes into the basketball, gets deflected out of bounds, and stays with the Storm. Ball inbound. Skylar Diggins gets it to Neko Ogumake. 5 on the clock. Neko Ogumake attacks Boston. One leg fall away. Shoots a fall away. Air ball. Rebound to Katie Lou. And Sky Diggins-Smith has the ball. Sorry. Caitlin Clark has the ball. She was guarded by Sky Diggins-Smith. They throw a double at Caitlin. They get it over to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. Buries it. K. Mitch knocks down the three. And Indiana up 38-34. That's what happens when you double Caitlin. She's able to move the ball. It was a pass to Boston, a pass to Kelsey, and knocks down the three. Jewel Lloyd on the attack. Tries to draw a foul and misses the layup. Over to Kelsey. Kelsey goes over the left and scores. Caitlin Clark now has the assist for most assists as a rookie in league history. Oh, Neko Ogumake misses the putback. Caitlin Clark now shoots a three, and boy, she is just short. 226 assists for Caitlin. And Skylar Diggins-Smith goes to the basket. Left-hand layup gets hit in the face by Caitlin Clark and scores the basket. Yeah, you and me. Yeah, she is off. Everything is short. No, at least her threes. Her threes are right off the front of the rim. Even when she's a little closer, it's still off. Diggins-Smith, she knew it was off. Missed the free throw for the three-point play. Katie Lou from the corner for three. She misses wide open. Aaliyah Boston rebound. Out to Caitlin. Can she hit this one? Finally! Caitlin Clark finally knocks down the three. First three of the game. 43-36. Missed her first 6 threes. Now she's 1 for 7. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. And draws a foul on Aaliyah Boston. Showing the replay. Ball movement by the Fever. Found the trailing Caitlin Clark wide open for three. 11 points, 3 assists for Caitlin this afternoon. as Jewel Lloyd hits the first free throw. Oh, this is a good game. Minnesota versus Vegas on Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern. I'll probably do a watch along for that one. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Same spot for three. Oh, she misses. That was a heat check there. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. Jewel Lloyd. Hesitation. Drops it off. She jumped. One thing they teach you in grade school. Caitlin Clark smacks the basketball stanchion, and they call a tech on her. But what they teach you in grade school, don't jump and try and pass. Jewel Lloyd got up in the air and tried to pass it. I don't know what happened there. And then Caitlin Clark smacks the basket stanchion. The ref techs her up. I don't know. I don't know if she was saying something to the ref. Ball with the Fever with the ball. Boston to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Clark. Clark picks up her dribble, throws it down. Oh, what a pass to Boston, and she scores. She was trapped over there by Nneka Ogwumike, had the bigger player on her. Somehow throws a pass to Boston, and she gets the layup. Skylar Diggins-Smith attacks and smokes the layup, though. Rebound to Indiana. Caitlin to Katie Lou on the run. Oh, Ezzy says, get it out of here. Ezzy Magbagor says, get that out of here. No easy baskets in my place. What a block there. Came from the weak side and sent that to the first row. Ball in play. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin guarded by Diggins-Smith. Over to Boston, top of the key. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin goes right. Bounce pass to Boston. She stops, goes up with the left. Oh, and misses. Rebound to Ogwumike. So it's 45-39 here. Fever have the lead. Jewel Lloyd tries to attack on Katie Lou. She goes up with one hand. Rebound by Horston. No, but Katie Lou has it. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin crossover on Diggins-Smith. Foul by Diggins-Smith. Caitlin getting she's being very verbal with the refs now. Every possession she's talking to the ref. Ball and play to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Kelsey Mitchell on the drive. Left hand layup. Scoop is off. Rebound to the Storm. Ezzy Magbagor runs the break. Over to Nneka Ogwumike. She has Kelsey Mitchell on her. That should be a mismatch. She stops, pops, and hits the layup. Great calm finish down low for Nneka. It's a 4-point game, 45-41. Nalissa Smith with the ball. Nalissa handoff to Caitlin. Caitlin back to Nalissa. Nalissa spin move, fall away jump shot, misses. Rebound to Ogwumike. RC says Caitlin showing out even with the missed threes. Yeah, she's trying. Diggins-Smith comes off the screen, gets into the paint. Ball gets stripped, but they call a foul on Smith on the drive. So Diggins-Smith. Oh, that's funny. So Diggins-Smith drove on Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith picks up the foul. So Diggins-Smith will go to the line for free throws. Diggins-Smith, the first is good. Diggins-Smith, not the most efficient night. She has 5 points, 5 assists, 2 of 11 from the field. Diggins-Smith, second free throw is good. Yeah, Katie Lou, she's not the most fleet of foot player. Looks like a timeout has been called here. Timeout has been called. Tudo says Connecticut's on a 10-0 run to end the third and start the fourth. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, they didn't even update who called the timeout, but timeout has been called. It's a 2-point game here. 2-point game. Let me see this Connecticut Dream game. Damn, Dream. Had your chance and blew it. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see. Yeah, Tina Charles with 16. Jordan Canada with 14. Oh, Mabry has 11. Bree Jones with 12. Alyssa Thomas with 11. Okay. RC said, "What's the fuss about Skylar? I don't get it. She looks like a mediocre player to me, Jay." Yeah, I mean, she was different a couple years back, but I think her better. She can give you it once in a while, but she's not gonna be consistent as she was in years past. A lot of time wasted on subpar teams. When she was with Tulsa, the Tulsa Shock. Yeah, but I think her best days are behind her. She can give you it once in a while, but if you're looking at Skylar to go out there and win you a game or put the team on her back, it's not gonna get it done. She's a nice accessory piece, like a nice Robin to Batman. She can't be Batman anymore. Do you think the Dream will give the Aces Tina Charles from... No, get out of here, man. I'm not even going to answer that question. No way, Jose. Do you think the Dream will give the Aces Tina Charles from Megan Goobly stuff? Come on, man. Megan the Spaniard. Meg the Spaniard. Like, come on, man. You don't have faith in Meg? Oh my days, Meg the Spaniard. We're still in commercial, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, make sure you leave a like on the video. Really helps the channel out. We're still in commercial. Oh, they're just coming back to the broadcast now. It's breast health awareness month. So listen, man. I see Meg was a Spaniard. Nah, she's not. She's not really from Spain, but she plays for Spain. But I was about to say I ain't know Gustafson was a Spanish name. But let me stop. Caitlin Clark with the ball. We're back at play, y'all. Clark over to Mitchell. Mitchell for a corner three. It knocks down the three. Kelsey Mitchell, man, her shot is like Derek Fisher's in terms of like arc. If you know, Derek Fisher used to play for the LA Lakers. He just had this high arcing shot, and he was a lefty too, so it looks very similar. Ezzy Mabagor tries to answer, and she says, "I could shoot the three too." Hold on now, yo, what's good, bro? What's up, B? 48-45. Ezzy Mabagor with the three. Caitlin Clark gets into the paint, out to Kelsey, top to Boston, over to Katie Lou. Down to Smith. Smith against Ezzy Mabagor. One leg fall away, but Katie Lou gets the rebound. Out to Boston. Down to Kelsey. She catches it in midair. She's seen Ezzy Mabagor at the corner of her eye and tried to throw it up there quickly. Shot at air ball. Skylar Diggins-Smith tries to shoot a three, and she says, "I could do that too." Diggins-Smith probably heard me talking crap about her, and it's a tie game. 48-48. 48-48. Let me take the score off here. 48-48 here. Katie Lou over to Boston. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin comes off the screen. Bounce past to Boston. Boston pump fakes. Goes at Ezzy. Try to hook shot. Misses. Tipped up by Nalissa. She misses. Boston gets the rebound and puts it in. And it's back to a 2-point game. Indiana back on top. Jewel Lloyd. Foul line jump shot. That's what she does. That's her wheelhouse right there. Gets to that foul line extended, pulls up. Midi is good. 50-50. Lloyd up to 12 points. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Oh, crossover on Diggins Smith. But the help comes. Ball gets deflected. It's bouncing around. She recovers it. 8 seconds to go. Boston in the paint. Out to Katie Lou. Corner to Mitchell. Same corner she hit from before. Misses this time. Rebound to Gumake. Out to Diggins Smith. Oh, dangerous pass. And Caitlin Clark with the steal. Clark wide open. 3. Knocks it down. NECA tried to throw an outlet pass into traffic. Gets picked off. Now Caitlin, after missing all her threes in the first half, has hit 2 in this half. 53-50. Horston over to Magbagor. Back to Jewel. Jewel left side. Mid-range jump shot over Nalissa. Oh my goodness. Jewel Lloyd hits her last 2 jump shots. And it's a 1-point game. 53-52. Caitlin Clark trips and falls. It's a mismatch. Jewel to Ezzy. Ezzy throws up the floater and scores. So the Seattle Storm retake the lead here. It's going back and forth here. Back and forth. It looked like Caitlin was tripped there. No call. I guess they said it was incidental. I'm not too sure what happened there. But 2 minutes to go here. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball goes to right. Dribbles back out to her left. Caitlin Clark's wide open. She pump fakes. Drives right by Ezzy Magbagor. Floater is up and good. That's the shot that she needs to take. That midi, that floater. Right from the middle of the floor. Oh, Jewel Lloyd tries to cross over on Kelsey, but Kelsey gets the steal. Kelsey Mitchell on the run. Left-hand layup is good. And Jewel Lloyd holding her face there. It looked like she ran right into Kelsey Mitchell when she was trying to do the crossover. NECA Gumake gets it across half court. NECA gets it to Diggins Smith. 57-54 here. My scores are always wrong. I don't know what's going on. Skylar Diggins Smith with the finish is 56-57. Clark to Smith, and Smith gets fouled. I keep changing the wrong score. And Nalissa Smith will go to the line after that foul there. Caitlin Clark almost with another assist. Beautiful pass. Elijah says she was like the first really attractive woman ball. I remember folks gushing over her when she first got into the league, from what I remember, RC. Yeah. She was a name in college at Notre Dame. Very attractive, really skilled. Got into the league, went into a tough situation there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A basketball haven. That's sarcasm. But a lot of her better years were there. She had a good first season in Phoenix. And then the whole pregnancy situation. Another one of those pregnancy situations where a player feels a team was discriminating against them because they got pregnant. Oh, man said Megan Gustafson. Get out of here, man. We're not talking about Meg. A week. Talking about Sky, brother. 59-56. Both foul shots were made. 59-56 here. Oh, my clock is way ahead. Let me slow it down for you guys. Horston with the ball. Over to Sammy Whitcomb. I haven't heard her name in a while. She misses the wide open 3. And we're at the minute part. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. She's been cooking. Kelsey Mitchell, that's a long 2 off the back rim. Ezzy Magbagor with the rebound. 50 seconds to go here. 5-0. Ezzy Magbagor up to Sammy Whitcomb. Gets it to Sammy. Sammy on the drive. Goes up. Oh, Caitlin says get it out of here and looks at her and gets the rebound. Caitlin Clark on the run. Tries to get by Ezzy Magbagor. Ezzy says, nah, you get that out of here. And returns the favor. 5 blocks for Ezzy. Jewel Lloyd on the attack. Attacks Kelsey and scores. Ezzy Magbagor blocking everything out of here. Ezzy, Secretary of Defense, just blocking everything. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocks for Magbagor. 10 seconds to go. Kelsey Mitchell comes off the screen, going to her right. Goes up, scoops it up, misses. Rebound to the Storm. They have 5 seconds here. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Sammy could hit this. That would be big. Oh, off the front rim. And that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of the third, people, Indiana 59, Seattle 58. For Kelsey Mitchell with 21 points in the game. Candace Parker was your first baby. Yeah, I'm weak. Yeah, Candace. Man. Oh, you like you a French one. Marine Johannes. I'm weak. Oh, man, sad. I think when she married Sheldon, it was clipped. Yeah, that's one of them things where it still puzzles me to this day. But listen, now you see, um, Sheldon's no longer, and she's with her wife now. RC says, Ezzy pick on someone your own size. Nah, Ezzy blocking everybody's shot. That's what a good defender will do. It'll make you start second guessing your actions around the basket. It was funny. Sammy Whitcomb tried to go up against Caitlin. That might have been a foul though. She did get all four on first, but Ezzy comes the other side and says, "Nah, you get that out of here. You don't do my teammate like that." So in terms of stat check, you have Diggin Smith with 11 points, 5 assists, Jewel Lloyd with 16, Agumake with 14 and 8 rebounds, Magagor with 9 points and 7 rebounds. The bench hasn't really done anything besides Whitcomb hitting those 2 threes in the first quarter. For the Fevers, Caitlin Clark with 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. She's 2 for 9 from 3. You have Kelsey Mitchell with 21 to lead the Fever. She's 3 for 6 from 3. Katie Lou out there doing cardio, just grabbing rebounds and not scoring. Excuse me. Nalissa Smith with 3 points and 7 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with 7 points and 13 rebounds. Alexi Hull off the bench with 10 points. They say Kelsey Plum looked like Jack Nicholson's. I'm weak. Yeah, she does have that. When she makes that little smirking face, it does give that type of vibe. I'm not even going front. That is funny. Tudo says Connecticut went cold. Let me look at that. What's the score? 68. Oh, wow. Atlanta retakes the lead there. Let me switch on over to that. See what I'm missing out on. Very interesting. Very interesting. 2-point game here. Let me see what the vibe is. Let me see who's putting in work. Mabry still with 11. Carrington. Bonner with 9 and 9. Bree Jones with 12 and 8. Who's doing the work? Atlanta. You have 18 and 12 from Tina Charles. That's big. Ryan Howard with 10. Alicia Gray with 9. Canada is the one with 16 that's helping out. Cheyenne Parker Tyus got hurt. I think she turned her ankle really bad. Hopefully she's okay. All right, so we're in commercial right now, waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. Thank you guys all for hanging out on the stream, having some good laughs, good basketball chatter. There's 2 more games today. I won't be doing any of them. 6 p.m. is the Sparks and Aces. Yeah, Sparks and Aces. And 9 p.m. is the Sky and the Mercury. All right, ball back in play finally with the fourth quarter. Seattle starts the ball. Is Whitcomb, Russell, Lloyd, Agumake, and Horston. Lloyd with the ball, top of the key. Lloyd. They bring the double to her. They get it to Sammy. Sammy with 5 on the clock. Pump fakes, floater off the back rim. Mercedes Russell chases it down. Lloyd with it. Comes off the screen, and they call a moving screen on Mercedes Russell. Yeah, she moved a little bit. Yeah, that's a foul on Mercedes. For the Fever, it's Clark, Boston, Mitchell, Dantas, and Hull. Clark with the ball finds the cutting Mitchell. Mitchell catches it. Good rotations by the Storm. Back out to Caitlin. Caitlin blows right by Horston, gets into the paint, goes up with the right and scores. So Caitlin Clark scores that layup to start off the fourth quarter. 61-58. 18 for Clark. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. Jump shot from the baseline. Ooh, Jewel Lloyd, that was dirty. Baseline jump shot. Caitlin Clark hesitates from three, throws it down to Dantas. Dantas goes up, and she gets fouled. So Dantas going to the line for free throws. So Dantas at the line for free throws. It's 61-60. Dantas breaks the first one. Substitutions being made. Subs being made here. Let's see. They just focused on Jewel Lloyd right now. I wish they would. There we go. Nneka Ogwumike checks back in, and Dantas hits the second. Kelsey Mitchell goes to get a breather. Skylar Diggins-Smith also back into the game for the Fever, the Storm. Russell throws it to Lloyd. Lloyd corner three, and she's short. Rebound to Boston. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin crosses half court. Caitlin right hand dribble. Caitlin cross court pass to Lexi Hull. Wide open, top of the key for Lexi, and she buries another one. They leaving Lexi Hull wide open. She's making them pay. That's her third three of the game. It's 65-60. Lexi Hull with 13 off the bench. Lloyd attacks right back at her and scores a tough layup. It's 65-62. Caitlin with the ball. Over to Boston, top of the key. Down to Dantas, guarded by Russell, and they call a foul there on Mercedes Russell. All right. Ball in play with the Fever there. Sorry, they were just showing a replay of that last play by Caitlin. Caitlin bounce pass to Boston. Boston corner to Lexi. Lexi no hesitation for three, and she hits another one. Lexi Hull back-to-back threes. And the Fever go up by 6. Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd tries to answer. Front rims it. Caitlin tips it around and gets the rebound. Game in the balance right here. Caitlin goes behind the back, between the legs, comes off the screen, over to Dantas. They go run the same play. Dantas tries to shoot a three. She misses. Ball gets tipped to Lloyd, and Lloyd on the run here. Crossover on Dantas. Goes at Caitlin and gets fouled. Caitlin saying she blocked the ball, but I think they're saying the contact was below. So Jewel Lloyd will go to the line for free throws. It's 68-62. Jewel Lloyd, first free throw is good. Yeah. You see, Jewel is getting the ball and she's trying to score everything now. Jewel shoots the second and makes it 68-64. 4-point game here. 4-point game. Caitlin across half court to Dantas. Over to Hull. Erica Wheeler is getting some minutes here. Over to Caitlin on the curl at the foul line. Caitlin guarded by Diggins-Smith. She gets into the paint, goes over to Diggins-Smith, and it scores. Caitlin going to the basket. That's one thing she wasn't doing as much in the first half of the season. Lexi Hull, and she draws the offensive foul. Lexi Hull with the rotation there. I thought Nneka should have just passed it to the corner. She tried to hop step through. You've seen her rotating over. That's an easy pass to the corner. That's a bang bang play there, but Hull gets the benefit of the doubt. 70-64 here. Hull with the ball, guarded by Vivians, who's checked in. And they call a travel on Caitlin Clark there. She switched her pivot foot. She switched her pivot foot there. I didn't catch it, but they caught it immediately. Diggin Smith with the ball, right side of the floor. Diggin Smith wants to screen, gets the screen from Skylar. She gets into the paint, finds the cutting Lloyd, and Erica Wheeler with the reach in. So are they going to call that a shooting foul? Yeah, they do call it a shooting foul. So Jewel Lloyd going back to the free throw line. This is their best offense right now, just getting foul shots. So Jewel Lloyd up to 22 points, 8 of 18 shooting. Jewel Lloyd, first one is up. And somebody will say ball don't lie. Somebody would say that. She misses the first. Vivians comes out. Horston is back in. Kelsey Mitchell also back in. And she hits the second. Ball in play with the Fever. 70-65 here. So Clark, right side of the floor, gets it to Boston at the foul line. Boston over to Kelsey Mitchell. Wide open for three. They don't learn. And Kelsey Mitchell knocks down another three. Mitchell with 24. Jewel Lloyd really just chucking here. She throws a contested baseline jump shot, misses, and the Fever have the ball. The Storm have gone away from their offense completely. It's just Jewel Lloyd playing like she played last year. Boston assist, Clark basket, timeout, Storm. The same play they love to run there. Between is that Lexi Hull's sister? That girl looked just like her. Caitlin Clark coming off the pick and roll with Aaliyah Boston. Boston rolls right to the foul line. She's capable of hitting that foul line jump shot and knocks it down. E says, I think she's taking every shot this quarter. Yeah, she probably has, honestly. It's like, give me the ball and I'm going to just shoot it. She's playing like she don't have NECA and Skylar on her team. Like this is last year's offense, but that shows why they are losing. So it's a 10-point game here, 75-65. The Fever are outscoring the Storm 16-7 in this quarter. The offense has come to a complete halt here for the Storm. It's been foul shots or baseline jump shot from Jewel Lloyd. That's crazy. Skylar Diggins Smith had 5 assists in the first quarter. Hasn't registered an assist since. I'm glad I didn't do that over 6.5 on the assist. See, the books know something. They be knowing. Those sports books. You and me says they all look exhausted. Yeah. They played let me see what the minutes looking like. Yeah, they haven't played their bench that much. NECA's played 29. Horston 26, Jewel 31, Diggins Smith 26, McGregor 27. I don't know. Clark has played 30 minutes, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Kelsey Mitchell 24 points. Melissa Smith 3.7 rebounds. Boston with 9 points and 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Oh, looking at this Connecticut-Atlanta game, it looks like Atlanta's on their way to winning 80-70 with 22 seconds to go. Yeah, that's the thing with playing against the Fever. Caitlin forces that team to play quickly. So if you're not conditioned right or not used to playing like that on a night-to-night basis, it could tire you out. Still in commercial here. So you're not missing any action. Yeah, James. Lexi Hull she's going crazy. You got off the bench, 16 points in 16 minutes, 4 for 5 from 3. I think that's probably what they worked on during that Olympic break. Like, hey Lexi, these are the shots you're going to be getting with Caitlin. Work on them. Wide open threes from the corner and top of the key. And it's paid off. She's 4 for 5. Yeah, too, though. Looking like mine. Mine might be toast as well. Mine might be toast as well. Tisha Penichero with a tweet to congratulating Caitlin Clark for surpassing her rookie assist record of 224. Caitlin up to, I think she has 7 assists. I think she has 226 at this moment. Ray Reyes, salute for the subscription. Salute. Skylar Diggins-Smith to the basket, and finally somebody else other than Jewel Lloyd shoots. Oh, they try to inbound. NECA steals the inbound. Bounce past to Diggins-Smith. Oh, they ran that 2 for 1 terribly. Diggins-Smith on the attack, goes up with the right and scoops it right around Boston. So a quick 4 points out of that timeout for Seattle. They're running a full court press here. 75 to 69. Caitlin with the ball now. Caitlin, right side of the floor. Wants that screen from Boston. Goes to her left, and they call a foul on, and they call a moving screen here on Aaliyah Boston. If that wasn't a moving screen, that would have been a wide open 3 for Caitlin Clark. Ball in play with the Storm. They're trying to make a little run here with 5 minutes to go. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. Got to get the ball out of her hands. She's just been... And they call a moving screen going the other way. Oh, man. So they turned the ball right back over to the Fever. She moved late. She moved late to set that screen. Ball in play with the Fever. That was a moment for the Storm there. They had back-to-back buckets. They had a chance to get another one. Kelsey Mitchell on the attack. Goes out. Lexi Hull for 3. Oh, Lexi! Lexi Hull having the game of her life. Hits another 3. She's 5 for 6 from 3. Ezzie Magagor with the ball. Crossover. Attacks. Goes out to Diggins-Smith. Diggins-Smith. Left-hand dribble into the paint. Throws up the floater. Off. Rebound to Caitlin. Caitlin attacks Diggins-Smith. Caitlin down to Aaliyah Boston. No way. Lexi Hull wide open for another 3. Oh, my goodness. The Lexi Hull game, people. And she's pumping up the crowd. She hits another corner 3. It's 81-69. Timeout, Seattle. Lexi Hull, 22 points. Oh, my goodness. Who's this annoying lady on the broadcast? She just screaming. Lexi Hull just hits from the right corner, then comes back and hits from the left corner. She's been knocking these joints down. Yo, they gotta mute that audience mic. This lady is like sitting right next to the mic or something. Wow. And just like that, 81-69, and Indiana's extending this lead here. Lexi Hull. What a game for her, bro. What a game for Lexi. Shoot. Katie Lou better be careful. She might lose her starting spot. Because she can't hit the broadside of a barn. She can't throw a rock in the ocean. But Lexi Hull out here, 22 points in 18 minutes off the bench. 6 for 7 from 3. 6 for 7 from 3. Lexi with 22. I know, James, you probably having a great time at the game there. Probably having a great time. Wow. Yeah, Katie Lou, 21 minutes, 6 rebounds, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. Then you got Lexi with 22, 6 for 7 from 3. Incredible stuff here. I might do a nice little Lexi Hull TikTok or something. documenting all her threes from tonight's game. Make sure you follow me on the TikTok. It's there on the screen. Jay.JordanTV Liberty on TikTok. I basically cut up the actual game highlights and our watch along video, put it side by side, so you can see the commentary and my commentary and the actual game footage. Sometimes I post some on YouTube as well, but YouTube, the limit is only 60 seconds. A lot of these are more than 60 seconds. So I haven't posted any since the last day, that last game between the Fever, probably between the Fever and the Wings, or I think when Caitlin was going crazy with the assists. But since the W season has started back up, we'll get right back to it. Yeah, Lexi got to get player of the game. 22 points off the bench in 18 minutes. 6 for 7 from 3. She got to. And they're doing a nice little feature on her on ESPN, on ABC. And like, it's like no hesitation. She's getting them joints up. They just hitting nothing but the bottom of the net. Now bouncing around. It's literally just straight cash, homie. Straight cash. And she's hitting them from all over. She's hitting them from left corner, right corner, top of the key. Nah, I ain't calling that lady no sexy Lexi. Get out of here. Ball and play to the Storm. She's having a nice little game. She has as many threes as the Storm do as a team. Diggin Smith over to Lloyd. Lloyd drives by Caitlin, gets stripped by Lloyd. Horston gets the rebound, puts it up and in. It's 81-71, 10-point game. Let's see what the Storm can do. Can they make a little comeback here? The Fever have only missed one shot this quarter. They're 8 for 9 in this quarter. Caitlin Clark, deep three. Forget about the comeback. Caitlin Clark hitting threes now. The second half has been much better for her. And they call a foul on Dantas down low on Agumake. Caitlin Clark up to 23 points, 7 assists. You can't play drop on Caitlin. As soon as she comes off that screen, you got to be up on her. You see that, E? Man trying to get me in a sticky situation there. What's going on? Ball and play to the Storm. NECA with the face up. NECA face up jump shot misses. Rebound to Boston over to Caitlin. Storm look like they're out of gas here. Kelsey Mitchell for 3? Oh yeah, pack them up, y'all. Kelsey Mitchell for 3. They can't miss from 3 in this quarter, and they're running away with it. Tudor, you think CC is locked rookie of the year? Of course. And they call a foul there on the Fever. They thought they had a steal there, but it's a foul call. Listen, 14 for 29 for 3 for the Fever in this game. You got Lexi Hull with 6 of them, Kelsey Mitchell with like 4 of them, Caitlin with 3 of them. Ball and play with the Storm. Horston finds a cutting Lloyd. Lloyd fall away jump shot, tries to go glass, misses. Rebound to Kelsey Mitchell. Clark with 8 assists. Clark with the ball. Clark wants the screen, gets the screen from Mitchell. Comes back left, gets the screen from Boston. Clark into the paint. Out to Dantas. Dantas for 3. Oh, yeah. They can't miss from 3. It's a party out there, people. It's a party in Indianapolis. Dantas hits a 3 now. So everybody knocking down threes. Lloyd tries to answer, and Lloyd says, I could do that too, but it's too little too late, Jewel. 90-74. James says Indiana's going to be a problem in the playoffs. Yeah, I wouldn't want to face them in the first round. Caitlin over to Boston. Boston over to Dantas. Dantas over to Caitlin. Caitlin comes off the screen. Back to Dantas. Over to Lexi. Lexi fumbles it. Gives it back to Dantas. Dantas for 3. Off the rim. Rebound to Agumake. Diggin Smith for 3. Off the back rim. Rebound to Dantas. And we're reaching the minute-and-a-half mark in this game. The Fever have absolutely taken off from 3 in this quarter. 31 points. They've only missed 2 shots this quarter. 11 for 13. Boston with the ball. Boston fakes the handoff to Caitlin. Over to Dantas. Dantas, step back, jump shot. Oh, Dantas hits the midi. And when it rains, it pours. No pun for the Storm here. It's raining down here in Indy on the Storm. Really went crazy in this quarter. 33 points in this quarter. They've missed 2 shots. It's crazy. Literally, Lexi Hull knocking down threes, and then they just joined the party. Caitlin knocks one down. Kelsey knocks one down. Damiris Dantas comes back and hits one. It's literally a 3-point party there. The Storm, the Fever, on their way to avoiding the season sweep. They're on their way to getting the win. They lose the season series 3-1, but this is positive. You show the improvement from the first half of the season to this point. 30 points off the bench for the Indiana bench. There's only 6 off the bench for the Seattle Storm. It's a party out there in Indianapolis. Party out there in Indianapolis. 92-74. What a game there. RC says, I'm gonna put you on the green screen here, on the Summer Jam screen here. Fever Finals, Jay. Can I start the championship Caitlin chant now? Oh, take it easy. Pump the brakes there. But listen. They win today. They go to 13-15. They're about a game and a half, like 2 games. No, it'll probably be a game and a half out of 6. Listen. It looks like another timeout was called. Yeah. They started the season 1-8. They've been 11-7 since. So improvement has been made. Clark, I think, will sub out the rest of this game. Well deserved. It's like one team called a timeout and then another team called a timeout. I don't know why they extending, prolonging the inevitable, as they say. If Indiana wins the 3 games, they go 15-15 to make it 500. Yeah. Talk about Indiana. Let me see who their next games is, since this game is pretty much over. My aces mess around in free fall and Fever catch them, Jay. I'm gonna be a good at mad best. Bro, what you gonna do if Indiana and the aces face each other in the first round? What you gonna do? What's that? 3-6? What if it's a 3-6 matchup? What you gonna do? Who you gonna root for? Let me know that one. You let me know that one. All right, so finally we're about to restart. Nika Mule getting minutes. You know, anytime Nika Mule come in the game is over one way or the another. It's Nika Mule, Joyner Holmes, Mercedes Russell, Whitcomb, and Vivians. Whitcomb attacks Dantas, throws up a shot, gets fouled by Dantas. So both teams in the bonus. Not that it really matters. This game is pretty much over. Oh, Christy Wallace in the game. Grace Berger getting some minutes. Saxton. I haven't said that name in a long time. Victoria Saxton getting minutes. Very interesting here. You know the game is over when you start saying these other names. Man said, I'm gonna put you on the big screen for this one too. You can't go back on your words. Second free throw was missed. It's 75-92. Man said, I'll tell you what, everyone. I never went against Caitlin my whole life. So, damn, it's Caitlin over everything. COE. Dantas wide open in the paint. Oh, she had more time. Mercedes Russell with the rebound. Vivians over to Joyner Holmes, over to Whitcomb, back to Vivians, over to Russell over to Mule. I don't think, has Mule scored in the season yet? Mercedes Russell on the attack, Goes up. Oh, that's a travel or a jump ball. Jump ball. That's Ryan's call. It's all cosmetic at this point. That's his favorite closing statement. When the game is pretty much over. 4 seconds on the shot clock here. Jump ball between Russell and Dantas. Jump ball. Mercedes Russell wins it. Sammy Whitcomb gets it up quickly over her Australian teammate, and she misses. And it's a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Man, it's a Mercedes struggle. I'm weak. The fans give their team a standing ovation here. Noelle Quinn talking to Christy Sides. I don't know if it's a positive conversation or a negative conversation. Whoa, we got some coach speak here. Noelle Quinn in Christy Sides' face, and there's a timeout called. Oh, it's getting spicy. I never seen Noelle Quinn get a little upset. She's very like soft spoken and, but I don't know what happened here. I guess we got to hear in the press conference, but Noelle Quinn is talking to Christy Sides and something is going on here. I don't know what's happening. It's a little awkward here. I never seen Noelle Quinn like this. RC, salute. Man said, thanks for covering the best team in the WNBA today. Nah, get out of here, man. Get out of here. It's 3 seconds to go, guys. 3 seconds to go. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's very weird what just happened. But after all that, much to do about nothing. It's 92-75. 92-75 at the end of the game. Now the coaches hug it out, and they go down the line and hug everybody. It's all good. I guess we gotta figure out what happened there. I gotta get the internet sleuths to do the lip reading and stuff. But Seattle lose this game, so they lose their 2 games. You got Snowman, salute, appreciate it, my friend, salute. So Seattle, out of the Olympic break, they get 2 losses. They lose a heartbreaker to Atlanta, and they lose in a blowout to the Indiana Fever. So not a good start to the W season after the Olympic break for the Seattle Storm. The Fever, on the other hand, they win their first 2 games out of the break. They beat the Phoenix Mercury on Friday, and they beat the Seattle Storm today. So that moves them. Let me update it on my thing here. That moves them to 13-15, 2 games below 500. That moves the Storm to 17-9. I think that drops them down back to 4th or 5th seed. Let me look at the standings here. Refresh that. Let's see if they updated it already. So they're 17-9. Seattle. They're still at the 4th seed since the Vegas Aces lost on yesterday. If Vegas wins today, they'll probably move up to 4. But the Fever, they're only how many games? They're only a game out of 6th place. Only a game out of 6th place. They look like a much different team. They were than before the Olympic break. Player of the game for me, Lexi Hull, 22 points, career high, 22 points off the bench, 6 for 7 from 3. There's nothing to complain about there. Caitlin Clark struggled from 3 to start, but as the second half came around, she continued to assert herself. She finishes with 20 plus points on her own. We'll go over the box score in a moment once I get it pulled up. So we can take a look at the stats. Very balanced scoring effort all around for the Indiana Fever. But let's start off with the losers. Sorry, the Seattle Storm. 75-92 final score. Looking at the score by quarter, if I could take a look at that. So Seattle scored 17 in the first. Indiana scored 13. Seattle scored 17 in the second. Indiana scored 22. Both teams scored 24 in the third. And then the fourth quarter was a runaway for the Fever. They scored 33 in the fourth. 16 for the Fever. They only missed about two shots in the fourth quarter. The Indiana Fever did. They were probably 11 for 13 in that fourth quarter. But let's look at the actual stats here for the individuals. Diggin Smith, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Jewel Lloyd, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. She was 9 for 22. That fourth quarter, I feel like nobody else. Was it the third or the fourth quarter? I feel like nobody else shot the ball. Horston, 4 points. Agumake with 14 and 9. Dang, I had her for 15. She screws me. Magbagor with 9 points and 7 rebounds. Their bench, not too much. Whitcomb had 6 in the first quarter. Mercedes Russell gets 1 in that final minutes of the fourth. For Indiana, the winners. Caitlin Clark, 35 minutes, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 9 for 19 from the field, 3 for 10 from 3. A steal, 2 blocks, did have 5 turnovers, 3 fouls, but they get the win. Kelsey Mitchell, 27 points, 5 of 8 from 3. Katie Lou out there doing cardio, 6 rebounds, no points. Nalissa Smith with 3 points and 7 rebounds. Boston with 9 points and 15 rebounds, 9 assists. Almost had a triple-double there. You and me, salute. It was a great game. Catch you on the next one. Lexi Hull, like I said, player of the game, 22 points, 6 of 7 from 3, 8 for 10 from the field. Dantas, 10 points off the bench with 5 rebounds. The other players who got in only got a couple minutes and did not score. So, people, that is that. That is the game. Looking at the other games that happened, the Dream, they start off their restart 2-0. They beat the Connecticut Sun, the 2 seed, 82-70. So the teams we're going to see a lot of movement here coming down these last 14, 13 games of the regular season as we push toward the playoffs. The next game starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is in about half an hour. You have LA Sparks versus Las Vegas Aces. It's on League Pass or NBA TV or wherever you watch your local LA game or Las Vegas game if you live in those areas. And then at 9 p.m. you have Chicago taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Chicago got smacked up the other day by the Mercury on Thursday. They're looking to avenge that loss after they had a nice win yesterday, I believe, or the day before, whenever they played the Sparks. All right, people, appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Make sure you leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. If you have not already, it really helps the channel. We do these watch-alongs all WNBA season long. We're coming down to the final days of the regular season. We have about 14 games left. Season ends on September 19th, and then the playoffs start. So make sure you're tapped in for the watch-alongs. All right, people, appreciate all the support. It's Jay Jordan. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Salute!